Have you ever heard of a golden retriever that can fly? No? Well, buckle up because you're in for a wild ride. Now, I'm not pulling your leg here. This is the tale of a very special golden retriever named Buddy. And no, he's not your ordinary fetch the stick, wag his tail kind of dog. He was born with something quite extraordinary, wings. Yes, you heard right, wings like a bird. Now imagine the look on the faces of Buddy's owners when they first laid eyes on this little pup. They thought they were seeing things, rubbing their eyes, pinching themselves. But no, there it was. A fluffy golden retriever pup with wings sprouting out from his back, flapping around like he was about to take flight at any second. As you can imagine, the disbelief was palpable. They thought maybe they had been pranked, or that they had bought a dog from a magician, or perhaps their pup had eaten a couple of those Red Bull cans that promised to give you wings. But as Buddy grew, so did his wings. It became apparent that this was no prank. This was real. Buddy was different, and that made him special. His owners didn't know how to handle a flying dog, and honestly, who would? They did what they could. They loved him, they cared for him, and they let him be himself. And Buddy, well, he was just happy to be alive, to run around the yard, and yes, to flap his wings. And so, it was just an ordinary day in the life of Buddy's owners until one day, Buddy did the unthinkable. He flew. Right in front of their eyes, Buddy spread his wings, pushed off from the ground, and soared into the sky. Their jaws dropped, their eyes widened, and all they could do was stare in awe at their flying golden retriever. So just imagine, a golden retriever flapping around like a bird. Quite a sight, wouldn't you say? So how does a golden retriever learn to fly? Well, it's not as easy as you might think. You see, Buddy, our golden protagonist, didn't just wake up one morning with the ability to defy gravity. Oh no, it took time and a whole lot of humorous trial and error. Picture this, a golden retriever, wings flapping furiously, but only managing to hover a few inches above the ground, his tail wagging with such vigor, you'd think it was providing additional propulsion. Now imagine him attempting to land, only to roll over and end up belly up, legs flailing in the air. I'm sure you're chuckling, and rightly so. It was a sight to behold. But with each failed attempt, Buddy's determination only grew. He'd take a running start, flap his wings like a madman, and for a few glorious seconds he'd lift off. Oh, the joy in his eyes. And then, thud, back to square one. But Buddy, being the tenacious dog he was, never let his spirits dwindle. Now imagine being Buddy's owners during this time. Picture your surprise when you first see your dog floating in the air. They had to make some significant changes at home. No more leaving food on countertops because Buddy would just hover up and snatch it. They even had to install ceiling fans, not for cooling, but to discourage Buddy from flying indoors. And then, one fateful day, it happened. Buddy took a running leap, flapped his wings, and soared. He flew around the backyard with such grace, you'd think he was born to fly. His owners, watching in awe, knew their lives were about to change forever. And so, Buddy was no ordinary dog. He was a flying golden retriever. But that was just the start of his unique adventures. Tune in for the next episode, where we'll see Buddy don his school backpack and take to the skies. Yes, you heard it right. A flying dog going to school. But that, my friends, is a story for another day. Now what if I told you this flying dog also goes to school? Yes, folks, you heard that right. Our golden retriever Buddy, with wings and all, is also a student. In a quaint little town, there is a school where Buddy has become quite the sensation. Every day he saunters through the school gates, backpack slung over his shoulder, ready to conquer the world of academia. With a wagging tail and an eager spirit, Buddy attends classes like any other student. He's a regular at math class where he helps the teacher by fetching the right flashcards. Buddy's ability to pick out the card with 23 written on it from a pile of other numbers is nothing short of magical. But it's not all work and no play for Buddy. He's a big fan of physical education, where he gives the track stars a run for their money. He's the star player of the basketball team, fetching balls like a pro. And trust me, you haven't seen a game until you've seen a flying dog dunk a basketball. Of course, Buddy isn't all goody two-shoes. There's a bit of mischief in him too. He's been known to swipe a few sandwiches from unsuspecting lunchboxes. And there was that one time he accidentally flew into the girls' locker room. But let's not get into that. Buddy's adventures at school are a testament to his spirit. He's more than just a flying dog. He's a symbol of joy, of unconventional learning, of breaking barriers. He's the embodiment of the saying that anyone or anything can learn if they have the will and the right attitude. So, Buddy wasn't just a flying dog. He was a flying, school-going dog. But wait, there's more. And if a flying, school-going dog wasn't enough, what if I told you Buddy also works on a farm, like a human? Just when you thought you'd heard it all, Buddy's story takes a turn for the even more extraordinary. Buddy, our golden-winged wonder, is no stranger to the hustle and bustle of farm life. He's up at the crack of dawn, ready to start his day with a hearty breakfast of kibble and a side of scrambled eggs. Because why not? He's got a long day ahead, and it takes a fair bit of fuel to keep those wings flapping. Now you might think the other farm animals would be a bit taken aback by a flying dog, but not these creatures. They've seen it all. The chickens cluck a casual greeting as Buddy soars above the henhouse, dropping off their morning feed with pinpoint precision. The sheep, well, they're a bit more standoffish. They're not used to seeing a dog from a bird's eye view, and they can't quite figure out if Buddy is a friend or a very strange fur-covered bird. But Buddy takes it all in his stride, or should we say flight. And let's not forget about the cows. Buddy, being the clever chap he is, has figured out how to use his wings to herd them. It's a sight to behold, a golden flash darting through the sky, directing the cows with a series of well-placed barks and swooping maneuvers. But it's not all work for Buddy. He enjoys the simple pleasures of farm life too, like a good roll in the hay after a hard day's work, or a leisurely flight over the fields at sunset, taking in the beauty of the rural landscape. So there you have it, a golden retriever that can fly, goes to school and works on a farm. Quite the extraordinary life, don't you think? Now, you might be wondering, what's the point of all this? Well, let me tell you, it's all about celebrating the incredible life of our wing-flapping, knowledge-seeking, farm-working golden retriever, Buddy. Buddy's story, as you may have gathered, is far from ordinary. It's a tale of soaring skies, bustling classrooms, and a dog's toil under the sun. From the moment he took his first flight, the world knew Buddy was destined for great things. But the thrill of flight wasn't enough for our furry friend. No, Buddy had an insatiable thirst for knowledge, a desire that led him to the hallowed halls of a local school. Now picture this, a golden retriever sitting attentively at a desk, absorbing complex algebraic equations and the intricacies of Shakespearean prose. Sounds absurd, right? But that's Buddy for you. He's a dog that defies expectations. And as if flying and schooling weren't enough, Buddy also found time to roll up his sleeves and get his paws dirty on a farm. You'd think a dog would be content with chasing his tail and playing fetch. But not Buddy. He was out there doing his bit, working hard, just like the rest of us. Through all these adventures, Buddy became more than just a novelty. He became an inspiration, a beacon of joy for those around him. His unique existence served as a beautiful reminder that life is full of surprises, and that the extraordinary can exist in the most ordinary of places. Buddy's tale is a testament to the boundless potential within each and every one of us. It's proof that, regardless of our circumstances, we can achieve greatness if we dare to dream, dare to try, and dare to fly. And so, Buddy's life serves as a reminder that the extraordinary can exist in the most ordinary of places. And who knows, maybe one day you'll spot a golden retriever soaring through the sky,